on there, guys? We back with another one, and today we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith calling R.J. Barrett out live on television and some of the other New York Knicks. Presumably he's talking about Julius Randle and a few others, ones that he leans in heavily on national TV over and over again. And one thing Knicks fans don't like about this is Stephen A. Smith jumps on the bandwagon when the Knicks are winning, and he started, from the beginning of the season. He said Jalen Brunson's okay, he's okay, but he's no Donovan Mitchell. Even after we had evidence of him upstaging Donovan Mitchell with Luka out for half the series last year, he was basically saying Jalen Brunson ain't that guy. Now he's sold on Jalen Brunson, and he still wants Dame Lillard and Donovan Mitchell. I don't know why this man wants so many small guards on the team, but that's not the formula for winning. Now, if you could get an upgrade for R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle at some point, sure. You have to explore those options. But at the same time, he's such a bandwagoner. He pretends to be on the side of the Knicks and say nobody's a bigger fan than he is. But whenever they're losing, he points the blame. And Julius Randle does deserve some, for his bad shot taking and everything. But I found it interesting he called out R.J. Barrett, man. And RJ does the same thing sometimes, but he's been on this young man since he got into the league. And I'm going to show you those clips, and I'm going to show you what he said yesterday. Check this out.
To the New York Knicks, and I need an ISO right here. To the New York Knicks, specifically RJ Barrett, but I'm quite sure a few others. Word has gotten to me that you all have been complaining about me. You have a problem with some of the things that I have said. I want to say this to the New York Knicks. I don't give a damn. Not even a little bit. I ain't gonna lose a second of sleep over how you feel about what the hell I said, no matter who you talk to. Because I love the New York Knicks all my life. I've openly admitted on how many occasions, Jay and Molly, there's two teams I have no objectivity about. The Knicks and the Yankees. No objectivity.
Okay, so if I could interject here for just a quick moment. I know we get wrapped up as fans of teams at certain times, but for us, right, we just want to see the team win. For these guys, they're going to training camp. They're year-round. They take care of their bodies to perform for these franchises. So we can't say that we care more than them. That's all I want to say. Continue.
I am a fan first. Now, it doesn't stop me from giving my analysis and breaking down what I see. But it hits me personally because even the great Spike Lee, there's no one on this planet that roots for the New York Knicks more than me. I don't want R.J. Barrett to fail. I think he's a good young player. He just ain't Ja Morant or a healthy Zion Williamson, but he's a good player. Julius Randle, you played 77 games this year, the first 77 games of the season. You didn't miss a game. I appreciate and applaud your availability and how much you care, okay? But damn it, we as New York Knicks fans have suffered for over 50 years. Do you realize as much as we love Clyde Frazier, even with those wild-ass suits that he be wearing and stuff like that, which is his M.O., we love him and we deify him because he's the last representation of a championship that we have.
So we see Stephen A. is about to go into character here, not talking about the actual basketball. One thing I want to say is Jalen Brunson should have made one of the All-NBA teams, should have made the All-Star team. The future looks up. He's severely underpaid right now, so you have to move that roster around right now where you got a chance and why he's underpaid. Continue.
I'm tired of players, these young whippersnappers, breath smelling like Similac, wet behind the ears, don't understand that when we're talking about you as New York Knicks fans, we've suffered before you were even born.
And Stephen A. has been going to R.J. Barrett since this man entered the league. Now, recently Stephen A. Smith said he should have been benched. I believe it was at the beginning of the Cleveland Cavaliers series. He didn't produce in the first two games and went on to have a great series, But he was asked about it by the New York Post, and he said he's going to talk about whatever he wants to talk about, good or bad. So he didn't really feed into it. But there was also a time where R.J. Barrett, I believe, was the number 3 pick in the NBA draft. You remember Zion Williamson went number 1, John Morant went number 2, and then you had R.J. going number 3. And this is what he had to say. You know, he didn't believe in R.J. Barrett from the beginning. Check this out.
I do have a question about your ability to be ambidextrous. That right hand, to me, the days of a guy like a Clyde Drexler who was a one-armed bandit, or, you know, you look at a Julius Randle. Julius Randle can ball, but, you know, he's going left. He's going left. That's what you hear people say all the time. Are you concerned at all that that's what people are saying about you? And if so, what are you doing about it?
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I'm actually right-handed.
Okay.
Oh.
You can say it. Excuse me. Let me be clear. I did not know that. I appreciate that, but I don't give a damn because when I watch you play, you're always using your left.
You're
so
right.
what I'm saying to you is, fine. Well, then talk to me about why you don't use your right more.
Okay, so I just want to make a couple of points about that last clip. When you're ambidextrous, correct me if I'm wrong, but that means you could use your left and right hand equally. It's not many truly ambidextrous players in the league. An ambidextrous player would be like Kyrie Irving, Drew Holiday. It's a difference between finishing with your left or your right, whichever is the opposite of your dominant hand, and being ambidextrous. You know, ambidextrous players can do just about it. I mean, the definition is to use your left and right hand equally. And that's not many people. You know what I'm saying? So he probably should have worded the question saying, like, you know, be able to finish with your right confidently, not ambidextrous. He's not going to be truly ambidextrous, you know what I'm saying? But also, you could see from the inception that he didn't believe in R.J. Barrett's game. He was let down by not getting Zion and John Morant, which, you know, all Knicks fans were at the time. Hindsight, the Zion thing would have been more hype than production. His weight, his style of play, and his knees don't go together. So R.J. has produced more for the franchise hindsight than Zion would have. And at least R.J. is playing enough to show what he can do to be a tradable asset. You know what I'm saying? Zion, you know, if you would have had him, teams would be skeptical about picking him up at this point. He just hasn't played enough games in his NBA career in 4 years. Also, you know, John Morant, he's going through what he's going through, but he was a great pick. New York would have loved him. He would have been great there, but some of the things he says about the Memphis crowd not being real ones and stuff, that would have been accepted well in New York. So they would have been harder on him. He's better off in a small market. So I think having R.J. Barrett, I mean, you probably could have got some picks after him that turned out better. But R.J. Barrett, I think, you know, he's what he is. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a superstar or nothing, but he's out there competing and everything, and he's made some big plays in this postseason. So kudos to him, man. But I found it crazy that Stephen A. came at this young man. And this is why Knicks fans, some don't claim Stephen A. Smith because he's being a shock jock. He's talking about everything but the basketball. Nobody is upset when he gets on Julius Randle about taking all those threes and that's a weakness in his game, or R.J. Barrett playing selfish. Nobody cares about you talking about the actual basketball. It's just when you try to jump back on the Knicks side after you down them, you know, and claim that, you know, you want to be with the in crowd when they're winning, but then you want to separate yourself from them when they're losing. And I think that's the biggest problem people got with it. But shoot, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.